Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to share with you the great book which calls 4,000 Essential English Words. This book has played a great role in my journey of learning English. Let's look these books more closely. Before we get started, I wanted to emphasize that I have another channel in my native language, and if you would like to learn Russian language or just support me, please subscribe on my second language channel. First of all, I wanted to talk about the feedback of this book. Before I prepared to this video, I researched a lot of websites which dedicated feedback of some of the books, and I found that the vast majority of feedbacks it's positives and 5 stars, but some of them has complained about that. The people say that these books contain some words which not so frequently used. I agree with them, but the amount of these words not increase than 5 or 10%, and I think it's not so big deal. It's not so big problem to have 5 or 10% not so frequently words in your vocabulary. 4,000 Essential English Words contains of 6 books, and each book has 30 subjects, 30 topics, and each topic or each unit has 20 new words which describe the meaning and the example of these words. All of these 20 words in each unit has not only the explanation or the example of this word, but also the picture which describe this word and helps you to understand this word more carefully. In order to better understand all of these words to fix in your memory, these books, each unit has exercise before text, before for detail. And I wanted to say that all of these exercises are very interesting. After exercises, you can encounter the text. The text has articles. The target words are underlined in the text in order to you better understand the meaning in the whole context, and you emphasize and you pay attention this word much better. After the text, you can find the question for your understanding this text. Before we continue, I wanted to stop here in order to dedicate a little bit time for author of these great books. The author of these books is Paul Nation. The Paul Nation is a professor and a great researcher. He was born in 1944 and he is 78 years old right now, and he is still teaching language and give some lecture at the university for all over the world. And I wanted to show you some excerpt of his performance, and I think you will enjoy it.
Today is really exciting, and I am privileged to be here because we have an incredible speaker. You know Professor Paul Nation because everybody who is engaged in linguistics and second language acquisition knows the name of Paul Nation. He is truly a world-renowned expert. He is someone who has blazed an intellectual trail in all of the critical aspects of this phenomenally difficult thing that we are engaged in.
I'm a really tolerant person, so I probably wouldn't do a great deal about that. But the idea is we're teachers, and teachers should be professional. And one of the ways to be professional is to keep up with findings in the field, with research and so on like that. Now, I see my major role in life is in applied linguistics, not so much as doing research, in fact, I do quite a lot of research, but I like to see, I want to make the bridge between research and teaching. I want to say, this is what the research says, here's how I think it applies to teaching, and to do it like that. Because teachers haven't got time, and they often don't have the skill to read some of the research. Some of the research, wow, some of the research in vocabulary is some of the worst research I've ever seen in my life. I can show you a book where the first 3 pages of the book consist of nothing but praise from distinguished researchers about the research which is reported in the book.
Okay, let's move on to the fact about these books. The first fact is the quantity of words. In the reality, in these books, not 4,000, but 3,600 words. And because in which books has 600 books, and this all of these books, if we count all of the 6 books, 6 multiple 600, we have 3,600. The second fact is the repetition of this word. Each word you will be able to encounter at least 5 times, but most of these words you can encounter more than 5 times, because in the next text and the next exercises explanation, Paul Nation use these words in order to explain the words, or uses this word in the text, and you have a good opportunity to practice this again and again. The third fact about these books is that when you overcome these books, you will understand the writing, speaking, and report news. As emphasized Paul Nation in the beginning of these books, all of these words are frequently used in the daily conversation, in the daily life. I would like to confirm this statement because in my case I really started understand the conversation, and I will better comprehend the native speakers, the podcasts, and the news reports. Fourth fact about these books. The fourth fact is that the beginning, the first 3 books of 6 books is a must-have, because as emphasized Paul Nation, all of these 3 books contain the really frequently used words, but another 4th, 5th, and 6th books were made for people who wants to get synonyms and wanted to get more knowledge about each words, because we have a lot of words and we have a lot of synonyms, and we have some words with a different meaning. The next fact I wanted to emphasize is that you need to have a pre-intermediate level or higher in order to start read these books, because all of these books has difficult grammar and all of these books completely in English, and explanation of in English, and task in English or question in English. And that's why you need to have special skills before you read these books. But if you don't have the pre-intermediate level or higher, first of all, you can just learn the single words in the beginning of this book. The last fact about these books, that all of these books haven't essential English words. I mean, the first 500, such as mother, father, December, summer, preposition, and something like that. That's why, as I mentioned before, you have to have the some level before you started learning this book. Okay, let's move on the subject how to learn, how to read these books. And first of all, I wanted to divide the strategy of the learning for three parts. The first part is the highly fast, highly quick, that you just watch on the single words and neglect all of these books. Just focus on the single words. Another strategy of reading these books, you use words, the explanation, and text. And the last strategy, and I think it's more properly a way to learning this book, I think it's just reading the whole book. Don't miss any exercises, any question, any text. Okay, now I'm going to show you my personal experience, how I learned this book, and how many words I've accept when I've read this book. The first book I've accept 81 new words. The second was 216. Third book I've accepted 484. I don't know why. I thought I will accept gradually more from fourth books to the sixth book, but I don't know why. I've get from third books the most new words from any words. From fifth book I've get 363, and the last book I've get 490 new words. If we count all of these words from all of these books, we will get about 2,000 new words. How did I learn this book? First of all, I made a list of unknown words. The second, I've made a flashcard from one words in my native language, the second in the English language. And at the same time, I did the flashcard in the Quizlet. When I've made and I've learned all of these new words, I've moved on to the create the sentence with these new words, and each new words I've made 3 new sentence, and I repeat and revise all of this sentence, all of these new words again and again until I've learned it. When I read these books, I used not only the Quizlet or just flashcard, but also I used the YouTube channel, YouTube video, 4000 essential English words, and I've downloaded all of these books for MP3 format, moved to my phone and listened there.
Temple. A temple is a building that is used for religious purposes.
The people visited the temple to pray.
Upper. Upper means higher in position or place.
A home's attic is at the upper part of the structure.
The dragon. An evil dragon lived in a castle in the remote southern mountains. One day the monster landed in a town. The dragon commanded the people, "Give me food now, or I will eat you." The dragon lifted its wings so that its lungs could be completely filled with hot steam, and breathed it upon the people. A man turned into a stone statue.
In conclusion, I would like to say that before I've come across this book, I didn't have some curriculum. I didn't have idea where I should find the new words, but when I found these words, this problem just disappeared. And also I wanted to show you my progress after the learning of this book. Before this book I had about 2000 new words, but after I've read these books I knew more than 6,000 new words, and you will be able to make this estimation as well, and you will be sure that it's really work. Also, I would like to say that after reading these books, I still don't understand some TV shows or the movie because I think it's connected with the ways how the native speakers speak, because they use not only the single words, they use the words in the context, they use idioms and some phrases. Before I end this video, I would like to say that if you have any comments, if you would like to share your personal experience of this book, or you would like to ask me about this book, please be free and write in the comments, or send me a message in the Instagram, and subscribe and press the like. Thank you for watching me, and goodbye.